Hola Geminis, welcome to your weekly reading for the period of July 13th to July 18th. If it resonates, consider a personal reading. Just send me an email or a DM so we can set that up. Let's get to your reading. Holy Spirit, angels, divine guides, universe, can you please provide your truth, your wisdom, your clarity, and your insight for Geminis for the period of July 13th to July 18th? What do you see? What do they need to know to reach your higher ground, become closer to the universe and closer to divine through your messages? Any messages you have will be greatly appreciated, and we thank you. What do you see? What do they need to know, please? Geminis for the period of July 13th to July 18th. Can you please show me general energies for Geminis for the week of July 13th? We have the Judgment card in the reverse. Make sure you click on the Vimeo link below for your love, career, finances, and health specifically. Sun card in reversed is in your challenge position. In my playlist 2021 Sun Moon Predictions, I'll be starting my 2022s this month. Be sure to put your requests up in the comments. Advice, we have the Devil card in the reversed. Also in my playlist, what is your ideal career based on your midheaven? What is your compatibility with your partner's sun sign? We end on the Three of Swords as it goes into, as you move out of this week into next week. Ask me a question on Instant Go. Check me out on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Also on TikTok, I run different weekly, so go check those out as a bonus. And then finally, like, share, subscribe, and or donate. So Geminis, it seems this week that your judgment is a little bit off. You're not judging things as clearly as you should. And it might be because you're fearing judgment, you're fearing being criticized, you're fearing what people are going to think. You have that inner critic, that little chatterbox inside of you saying, should you, shouldn't you, what are people going to think? Something in that regard. So the decisions that you're making are not being made with clarity. Okay, you're not doing them with eyes wide open, and you're not doing them under you're not assessing a situation correctly. Okay, and then you're moving forward and making decisions kind of based on that, or a decision based on that. Now, in the challenge position, we have the Sun card here in reverse. So the Sun card, luckily, is a temporary card, but it seems like your challenge this week is just you're having a really hard time finding positivity in things, keeping your chin up. Might be a little depressed, might be a little sad, might feel like something's kind of hanging over your head. It might be in regards to whatever you're kind of deciding upon or judging. Or it might just be, again, that doubt, that, inner critic in you, or and not being sure of yourself in regards to what you're deciding or how you're judging something. The Sun card in reverse is like a black cloud kind of following, shadowing over you and not being able to step out of it. It just kind of follows you everywhere for a while. But this too shall pass. So even though that's a challenge, I feel that as though you'll move out of it. The Devil card in the reverse is a card of Capricorn for advice. And what they're telling you is to get out of a situation that just isn't good for you. Not healthy, not toxic, might be dark or what have you. You might think you're helpless and you can't. You might think you're powerless and you won't, but you absolutely can. And they're saying you really need to consider doing this, because whatever this energy is, whatever this power is, it's not doing anything for you. It could be an addiction you're tied to, could be an obsession you're tied to, could be a person that's very dark that you're kind of tied to. And they're telling you now is the time to kind of break your chains in regards to this person or this situation or these habits. And they're also saying to you, now is the time. If not now, when? And when you do so, you'll find out it really wasn't as hard as you were making it out to be. In my readings, I get that from the Devil card in reverse, that we put things off because we think it's going to be the worst thing in the world, and then we just go ahead and do it, step over the threshold and go, oh my God, I can't, and then have regrets because we didn't do it sooner. So that's what's being said for advice. As we move forward, we have the Three of Swords in the upright. That's a card of heartache. That's a card of loss. That's a card of betrayal, divorce. I mean, it's the card of having your heart pierced three times. I am not going to speak more on that until clarifiers are kind of pulled on that, because I need to figure out. My initial feeling is that you don't want to break away from this, and in order to do so, it's really going to break your heart. And you're going to be feeling the loss and pain. It's something that's not good for you, but in order to leave it, it's going to be very difficult for you. And so I revert back to the Judgment card where I'm saying, or I go back to the Judgment card where in reverse, where I said that you're not thinking clearly right now. So you're letting your pain or the fear of loss or whatever kind of guide you, and I would be careful of that. Why are these cards here for Geminis? Who are these people? What are these energies? Additional messages, please, for the cards before me for Geminis. Who are these people? What are these energies? Why is the Judgment card here in reverse? Who's this person? What's this energy? Okay, we have the Page of Wands here in reversed. Okay, I'm getting a stubbornness. I feel as though you have, I feel like you're the Page of Wands in reverse. I feel like people have been telling you, you know, hey, you need to do this, you need to do that. What are you doing? You're not thinking clearly. I think they've been pointing out that you have not been thinking clearly. You're, you know, you're not looking at something the way that you should. And with the Page of Wands in reverse indicates to me you're stubbornly not listening to these people. There's an absolute refusal to even be tolerant of their opinions. I think it's because you don't want to see things clearly. You don't want to see things for what they actually are. And you may keep on be making excuses or giving someone the benefit of the doubt or whatever you kind of have to do in order to avoid doing what you know you have to do or what people think you have to do. Why is the Sun card here in reverse? Who's this person? What's this energy for Gemini? Sun card in reverse. Okay, the King of Cups in the upright. The challenge. I'm going to say right now, I think this is a person, and I think that with the King of Cups in the upright, because it's in the challenge position, I think that you believe, or you wholeheartedly believe that there is goodness to this person. And I'm not saying that there isn't, but almost to the point where you think they are ideal, they're perfection, they're, and I almost feel as though you're having conversations with people saying, yeah, but you don't know them like I do. You don't understand them like I do. But there's a side of this person that makes you unhappy, that has you in the vibe of the Sun card in reversed. And like I said, I think that you're sad, but I can tell that you're saying to people, no, you don't know them like I do. It doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic partner or something. It could be a boss, it could be a colleague, it could be a friend. And I feel as though you're saying they're very kind, they're very understanding, they just don't show that side. Again, I feel like you're making excuses for some reason. And everyone has a little bit of goodness in them, or, you know, a certain amount of goodness in them. We aren't 100% bad, or I'd like to believe we're not. But I just think that you're kind of fluffing up the goodness a little bit more than other people are seeing it, like their perception. Why is the Devil card here in reversed? Who's this person? What's this energy? There's almost a naivety. Is that? Yeah. So, I mean, they're saying that you need to get out of this connection because this person is very much an egoist. Everything's going to be about them. You're always going to be on the back burner. You're always going to be a second priority. They're never going to put you first, okay? Because that's just their general nature. And that's going to be found out. That's going to be discovered. That's going to be exposed. And when that does happen, you're going to have to kind of see it for what it is. And you might find out that they've done things that are not very good things. And rather than kind of excuse them or say, oh, they were in a bad place or whatever you're kind of doing to make it better, they're kind of saying, look at it with very clear judgment. Clear judgment, not clear judgment. Why is the Three of Swords in the upright? Ooh, a bunch of cards. Okay, so we have the Judgment card here in reversed with the Emperor card in the upright. So somebody is going to give you the business as you move out of this week and next week. This Emperor card is, they're going to literally tell you, and it's going to be really hard to hear with this Three of Swords. You know, it's going to be very painful for you to hear this, but this Emperor is the card of Aries, if that resonates, but he doesn't mince words. And I feel as though this is somebody who's an authority figure. This is somebody who tells you how it is. They're going to tell you how it's going to be. They're really assertive when they communicate. So this person is kind of like, hey, you know what? And here's the Judgment card in reverse again. You're not thinking straight, and somebody kind of needs to tell you, and it's going to be me. I mean, I feel like the Emperor is being very forthright and kind of saying, and they might even be putting rules on you, rules saying, you know, this is how this is going to be going forward, and these are going to be the boundaries, and these are going to be my boundaries, and if it's not this way going forward, then you and I can't be friends, or you can't live here, or you can't work here, or we can't play together, or whatever. But this person's being very forthright and telling you, you know, you're not thinking right, and you need to take care of this, and you need to use the proper judgment. And I feel like this person is also telling you, hey, you know how they are. You've seen how they are. So what are you doing here? I mean, this person is not mincing words. They're going to kind of give it to you straight. Could be a patriarch, could be an uncle, could be a father, a grandfather, an uncle, an older gentleman, a mentor, like I said, a boss or somebody like that. But they're just telling you, what are you doing right now? And I think that's where the heartache's going to come from, because, you know, you might either have to make a decision, which is going to be heart-wrenching, or you just, you know, are going to have to face the reality of what this is all about, and it's going to be very upsetting to you. So, but you know what? I mean, I think they're doing it for your own good. Okay, this is the person that had to step up and be like, look, you know, and that's not really the best kind of person to be, or wanting to be in that role, although the Emperor does kind of pull it off really well. So that's what I have for you all. If it resonates, consider a personal reading. Just send me an email or a DM so we can set that up. Make sure you click on the Vimeo link below for your weekly extra, which will have your love, your career, your finances, and your health in there. In my playlist, the 2021 Sun Moon predictions, I'll be doing 2022's this month. So make sure that you post up your requests for those so I can put you in queue. King of Swords just came out in the reverse, which is an indicator that, and I think this is in reference to the other person. I think, you know, maybe what you're going to find out about this person is that they've been dishonest, that they've been running mind games on you, and convincing you to do things you wouldn't normally do, because that's kind of what the King of Swords does. He doesn't like to lose. He gets people to do his bidding, and he uses his mental power in order to do it. So that's just an additional message, I think, on this person. I'll just put that with the Thief card, like right there. Also, my playlist, what is your ideal career based on your midheaven? What is your compatibility with your partner's sun sign? Ask me a question on Instant. Go check me out on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. I also run different weeklies on TikToks if you want an additional bonus. Like, share, subscribe, and or donate. Otherwise, I will see you in the Vimeo. Adios from Veronica Garnett. Bye.